South Dakota men's basketball team about to round out its non-conference schedule this week when they host Bellarmine on Wednesday night. But here to talk about how things have going to this point is head coach Todd Lee. And Todd, I know coming into this year with all that you lost, whether they have gone somewhere else or just aren't available, meaning Stanley Amude and AJ Plitzawhite, you knew balance was going to be a huge key to figuring things out for you, especially on the offensive end. And I think we've seen that play out with the way this season has started. Has it gone any differently than you would expect that way to this point?
I think some of the guys haven't had the year offensively that they thought they might have. But they're adjusting to the new roles, as you said. Last year they were more role players, and they were playing off of AJ and Stan. And they maybe were worried more about their defense. Now they feel like they've got to score. What we've tried to do is take the pressure off them and just say we're going to be a balanced team. We need to defend and rebound. But I think that's just human nature. We've had to adjust, and guys are in different roles. But our guys are working hard. We not only have new players and roles, we've got a new staff. We've got 2 new staff members, and so they're learning our system too, along with the roles that have changed on the team.
A couple of guys that I do want to point out specifically, and we talked a little bit about Hunter Goodrick in the preseason just because, you went all year last year without him. What a great guy to get back into your program. We're seeing Goody doing all those things we saw him doing a couple of years ago, and it's certainly a presence in there for you. You've seen him at the 4. He's been able to slip into the 5 spot a little bit. Really brings a lot back to this program.
Yeah, and he didn't play a basketball game for almost 18 months. And so he's just now getting more and more comfortable. But you're right, Jay. I mean, he brings a ton of energy. He's our best offensive rebounder. He plays extremely hard. I think that's his biggest talent is how hard he plays and how tough he is. I think he'll shoot the ball better as the season goes along, and he'll score more. It's taken a little time for him to get adjusted to playing games again. He sat out the whole COVID year, and he also sat out the months after the spring when he left. So it's great to have him back, though, because he brings a lot to the table as far as energy, toughness. He's a great teammate. We missed him. He added 20 pounds. He's a much better player, more confident player, so it's great to have Goody back.
You want to talk about guys that play hard. Mason Archambault, Saturday in particular, is and he does this all the time, but I thought it really stood out against Northern Arizona on Saturday. A lot of those hustle plays really impacted that game in particular all over the floor. And if he continues to do that, then that's really going to add a little extra energy to your lineup each and every night.
Yeah, he had a double-double. He had 10 rebounds.
That's right.
He had 3 assists, no turnovers, and he chased Cone around all night. Yeah. So it was tough. He spent a lot of energy on the defensive end of the floor because Jalen Cone's a very good player. And Cone made 7 of 15 threes, but he's 10 of 31 from the floor, so his shooting percentage overall was low, and Mason had a lot to do with that. And so Mason has been playing really well. He's doing a lot of different things, not just scoring the basketball, but he's rebounding, he's defending. He doesn't turn the ball over much at all. He's a good passer. He gets his hands on a lot of balls, and he's played really well.
All right, one more non-conference test before things get real in the Summit League. It's coming up next week against Oral Roberts. So what do you need to see Wednesday night to know that you're ready for that first challenge against Max Asmus and the Golden Eagles coming up next week?
Well, first of all, we're playing Bellarmine University, and I don't know if you knew this, but they were our biggest rival when I was at Kentucky Wesleyan for 8 years.
Sure.
So Scott Davenport has been there for 17 years. He coached with Coach Patino at Louisville. He was a great high school coach at Ballard High School, won multiple state championships in Kentucky. He's a great coach. Very good program. That last year was their first year of Division I. They went to the championship game in the ASUN, and Liberty beat them to go to the NCAA tournament. And so this is going to be a big challenge, the way they move the ball and play, and they're an excellent team. And we've got to continue to find roles offensively, shoot the ball better. And I know making shots sounds simple if you're open, because we're a good shooting team, and we've got guys that have gone up and down as far as shooting, but we need to make open jump shots. But defense and rebounding is where we're going to hang our hat all year, and that's what we need to continue to improve. We were the best team in the league last year at taking care of the basketball. We led the league last year in field goal percentage defense. We need to continue to get better at taking care of the basketball. It's hard to be a really good defensive team if you're turning the basketball over. So we need to continue to get better at that.
All right, good luck to you Wednesday, certainly. And as you get into the conference season, it's going to be fun to see how things play out here.
Thanks, Jay.